Daytime, the garden of the four sisters' house. The girls are sitting on the grass. Amy is drawing on a drawing pad. Joe is reading some parts of Oscar Wilde's book. Meg is picking up flowers, and Beth is listening to music using her little gramophone. "I'm so bored here," says Meg. "I wish we could drive to the city. What do you think, Joe?" "This book I'm reading is extremely interesting. I am reading Oscar Wilde's Ballad of Reading Gaol. I don't have time to go to the city," says Joe. "You can go on reading it after our drive." Right now, the plot has reached an unbelievable turning point. "The book won't go anywhere," says Meg. "I need to find what happens next. Okay, your drive to the city can wait," adds Joe. "Amy, can you quit drawing and join me for a drive to the city?" asks Meg. "Yes, sure, but I want to finish this drawing first," adds Amy. "Right now, the nature in our garden is so beautiful, and I must draw it. It is as spring, as you know, and flowers and trees are blooming." "What about you, Beth?" asks Meg. Beth couldn't listen to her because the music was traveling her to different and unknown places. "Beth, I'm talking to you. Beth, are you going to honor me with an answer?" I'm really sorry, Meg. I couldn't listen to what you were saying because I was absorbed from my opera." "I can't stand it here anymore. Everything is boring, and you girls are boring too. Maybe I should ask our mother to accompany me. I think she doesn't have a reason to refuse it like you have done." Meg exits. So Meg tried to convince her mother to drive with her to the city. While she was with her mother trying to pursue her, Joe started to read a little ballad. "Yet each man kills the thing he loves, by each let this be heard. Some do it with a bitter look, some with a flattering word. The coward does it with a kiss, the brave man with a sword." "Beautiful, isn't it?" says Joe. "What would you draw below this piece of poetry?" Meg took the chance to think about what could she draw about the ballad when she was finishing the garden's painting. "There are many images, but I wouldn't draw anything," says Amy. "I feel that Wilde's verses hurt my soul. There is always so much injustice and cruelty in the world he describes." "No matter what Wilde writes," says Joe, "you have to get used to the idea that the world around us is neither fair nor sweet." "I know," says Amy, "but when I read fiction, I'd rather read about love and happiness and about people who are caring and supportive and, Amy, how can you be so incurably romantic?" At the same time, and while Joe was reading loudly, Beth allowed the music to carry her away to the poetry's paths. Suddenly, she closed her eyes and started to leave her hand freely. The music brought her so far. Beth seemed not to be inside this world. Something had changed her face. Maybe the music or the poem? Nobody knows. But the final result was that her face looked swollen. According to the doctor, who arrived quite some time later, Beth had had an allergic reaction to grass. After an injection and a prescription for a syrup, Beth stayed in the house for a couple of hours, and the next time she was in the garden, she sat on the swing. While all these were happening in the garden, Girl's mother was trying to persuade Meg that driving to the city at this time wasn't a good idea. She had to meet her friends at the orphanage in order to prepare some meals for the children who were living there. Don't you think, Meg, that it's better to come with me to the orphanage to cook together for these poor children than to go to the city to have some fun? Asked Mother. It's not what I was really wanted, Mom, says Meg. My desire was to drive to the city to have some fun because here it's too boring. Come with me, says Mother, and I promise to you that there'll be no boring time. There are a lot of children who want to be with people, play and enjoy good moments. So come with me to cook and play with them. Finally, Meg started thinking, kept quiet, and said nothing. After a while, she said, You are all right, Mum. Maybe I am quite selfish. I only think about my personal desires. Other children like me have much more important troubles in their lives, such as having food or finding someone who loves them and being with a friend when they need to. So I've changed my plans. What are we going to cook for them today? What can I do for them tomorrow? I'm not sure. I will get bored from now on. Thank you, Mom. My eyes have opened widely today. Girl's mother was looking at her daughters and realized how proud she was to have them with her. Each one was a different disposition, but all of them were sensitive and caring.